lie to you, where the truth hurts and the lies also hurt. But frankly, we're kind of into that. So, as always, our team captains are the very funny Sabrina, Jalees. And the rib-tickling Matt Walsh. On Sabrina's team tonight, he's a hilarious comedian who hosted the Chris Gethard Show for 7 years. Please welcome David Letterman. See, that's what we do. We lie on this show. It's Chris Gethard, everyone. And she played a mom on TV's Freaks and Geeks and Girls, so she's used to a cast of characters overthinking everything. It's Becky Ann Baker. And on Matt's team tonight, you've enjoyed her on Broadway and seen her on the show Younger. She's wiser than most. It's Laura Benanti.
Thank you.
And finally, you know him from 30 Rock, but did you know he's also a Yale drama grad? Or in other words, a classically trained liar. Please welcome Malik Pancholi. And it's time for round one, Truth Be Told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. Could be a lie, it could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. So let's get this thing going. And first, Chris, you're up.
Okay. I once pissed off my show goat when I tried to clip her nails.
Show goat?
Let's start there. What's that?
So, you know, some goats are utilitarian for cheese or maybe meat down the line.
Did you just say some goats are utilitarian?
Yeah. And then some goats compete in shows against each other to see who the best goat is.
Oh, like a 4-H kind of goat?
Now you get it, Matt.
Wait, so can you talk to me about the context of the show?
I took a course at an agricultural college. It was called Animal Husbandry and Exhibition Section Goat.
So in the course catalog,
there's section
Animal
pig.
Husbandry and Exhibition subsection goat.
There's section pig, there was a pig show, there's all kinds of sheep. You could pick which section. I picked section goat.
Okay.
I was very close to graduating, and I was also extraordinarily depressed and did not want to work hard. It was 1.5 credits. I thought it was gonna be easy. It was actually one of the most emotionally challenging and physically challenging experiences in my life. My goat was severely bullied by another goat named Coco.
Wow.
What was your goat's name?
My goat, I named my goat Jeffrey Timmons, the world's foremost goat. I didn't realize that you could only work with female goats. So I had already named it Jeffrey Timmons. I said, I'm gonna stick with Jeffrey Timmons, world's foremost goat.
Yeah.
How many people were also caring for this goat, or did you have a special relationship
like a lab partner?
Well, there were agriculture majors who were in charge of the barn and who would do other things with the goats. As far as this...
When you say other things with the goat, what would be some of those other things?
Leave David Letterman alone. I would feed the goats cereal, largely Captain Crunch. The day of the competition, there was a fiasco because the corner store in my neighborhood had run out of Captain Crunch. No. I brought honeycomb. Jeffrey Timmons was not feeling the honeycomb at all. He was very mad at me.
What did she do when you brought the wrong cereal?
Well, they get visibly agitated and angry. Goats are very emotionally expressive animals, and also would lock eyes with me and just furiously defecate. That was another thing.
So a lot like my 18-month-old.
Yeah.
Don't they have hooves? Like, I didn't know goats had
they have
nails.
hooves. It's terrifying. And then you gotta slice up the hooves with these pliers. I had to shave the goat first.
Why did you have to do that?
Because I wanted the goat to look good for the show. So I shaved her and then walked her up into the pen, and I got out these, they looked like medieval, these clippers. It was bad. And like, you know, the goat's hoof is here, and I keep trying to grip the toenails, and it's just going like, bah! Like, bah, and kicking and bucking. And some of the agriculture majors were like looking at me like, you really gotta be assertive with this one. And I was like, assertiveness is not necessarily my greatest strength.
Right.
And I'd also talk to the goat. They told me, like, if you try to, like, talk with the goat and connect, and we actually developed kind of a nice relationship because there were things that I said out loud to this goat, and then the next time I said them out loud was years later to a mental health professional.
It's a stepping stone.
What do you think, Malik?
I'm gonna go with this as a lie, but a very well-told and emotional lie. I was with you, and
Laura, what do you think?
I really thought lie, and then he really took me on a journey where I was like, wow, this is true. But I'm back to lie.
Matt?
I feel like the depression is real, but the goat is a lie.
Yeah.
So continue to engage with that in treatment, but we think it's a lie.
All right, they're saying it is a lie. Chris, would you please tell us, is this story true or is it a lie?
The depression is real. The goat is also real. This is true.
It is true, folks. No kidding. Chris did let a goat get his goats. All right, let's go to our next contestant. And it is Malik. Please read the card in front of you.
I once got kicked out of clowning class for being too edgy.
Sabrina's team, what do you think?
For someone who seems like you would be an elf if they let brown people be elves, I don't read you as edgy. You know?
Excuse me?
If they let brown people be elves.
I don't even know. Like, I don't even
See,
know how
that's
to
your
say
edgy.
What school was this at?
This was at the Yale School of Drama. Yeah.
I just want to say, your
you.
immigrant parents must have been so proud of you.
They were like, this is why we came to this country, so that you could be a clown.
Was it exercises, or were you developing a clown character?
We developed a clown character.
Who
and
was your
exercise.
character? What were the traits of your character?
My clown was like silly, like.
As opposed to the
clown
more
was silly.
serious clown.
Could you just so that we know you're telling the truth, could you do a little bit of this silly clown?
Oh, boy.
Well, he doesn't have his clown face on.
Yeah. I mean, well, no, I will tell you this though. At the end of the class, the thing that we were working towards was earning your.
Say it. Just say it.
Was earning your
say
red
it.
nose.
Yeah.
Letting you know.
Let it out.
And I did get my nose, even though I.
I find it hard to believe that it's like clowning and then very serious acting classes. Are there movement classes?
Says
Are there?
the man with
there-
an agriculture class.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
I'm bumping up against something.
I just want to get a sense of which class I would have registered for.
And also, like, this was part of the curriculum. It wasn't an elective, like,
Right.
husbandry and exhibition. like, we all did this.
I'm not trying to judge, and it's certainly not a pissing contest between your clowning and my
Okay,
goating.
all right.
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get a sense of what are the things you're asked to do to build out your toolbox as an actor, so to speak.
Yeah. We did have movement class, and sometimes we would have drummers, and the big thing in movement class was come across the floor. Did anyone else go to a graduate?
I'm
no?
sorry, what
All right,
did you
so
say?
Obviously,
Leave it where it is.
we'd start in one corner of the dance floor, and we'd have to come across the floor and do.
They called it come across the floor.
You guys, I just heard it.
What do you think?
Did he flip out? I don't see you as someone who's your parents are putting another mortgage on the house for you to go to this clown class. I see you as a good boy.
At the end of the day, I think it was a bad day in the class, and I think it's true.
So you say it's true. Becky Ann, what do you say?
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Sabrina.
I'm gonna trust Becky Ann's intuition here and say our team believes it is a lie.
They say it's a lie. Malik.
It is a lie that I got kicked out of class for being too edgy.
Wow.
That's a good boy.
Yes, it's a lie. Malik was a very boring clown. Okay, our next player is Becky Ann.
Ooh.
Please read the card in front of you.
I once went from the West Village to Lower Manhattan by swimming in the Hudson.
Why?
All right. Yeah, what was the
Why?
urgency?
There are races around, in the Hudson River, starting Memorial Day weekend until Labor Day weekend.
Like swim season in Manhattan? Because if you swim before that, it's a little too chilly.
Were you in a hazmat suit?
They hose you off when you come out.
With what?
A hose. Water.
With Hudson River water.
Was there a prize?
No, I got a ribbon with a metal thing on it.
It's called a
medal.
medal.
Yeah, I got a
A
medal.
medal.
A ribbon with a metal thing on it.
And what month was it?
Late May.
Late May.
It's the Memorial Day weekend one.
The Memorial Day swim from Christopher Street to Battery Park. Here they are again, jumping in the oily Hudson.
How do you get home afterwards?
Thank you, Chris, for helping us.
I'm just so genuinely curious. Like, do you just get on the subway? Where do you keep your Metro cards?
I want this to be true so badly.
Feels real, right?
Yeah, it feels real.
The question is, did she do it?
People may swim in the Hudson.
She's a really good liar.
I mean, the ribbon with the metal thing on the bottom feels real. That feels like something you'd get at the end of a race.
Wait. You're basing it on the fact that she could have possibly made up the fact that she got a medal?
I just mean the little details feel.
They feel real.
Laura, what do you think?
I think it's true. I think it's true.
Yeah,
I think it's true.
Matt?
we think it's true.
They say it's true. Becky Ann, would you please tell us, is it true or is it a lie?
That is interesting because it is true.
It is true. Becky Ann did swim in the Hudson River, and she's still glowing.
Yeah.
So, at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Sabrina's team is in the lead. Now, our next round is called This Is, where we bring on a special guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each member of Sabrina's team will claim they're the one with the actual connection to the guest. It'll be up to Matt's team to spot who is telling the truth. Please welcome this week's special guest, Jorge. Chris, who is Jorge to you?
This is Jorge, and I have physically fought Jorge.
Okay. Sabrina, who is Jorge to you?
This is Jorge, and I have tripped on his iguana and fully broken my ankle.
Okay, Becky Ann, who is Jorge to you?
So this is Jorge. He's my exotic mushroom guy.
Matt, where do you want to start?
Is it exotic meaning like psychedelic or exotic meaning like mushrooms that make your pasta taste better?
No, it's psychedelic.
Becky Ann, are you currently tripping?
He didn't get here early enough, so.
Okay. How did you meet him?
I was actually doing a show with somebody that he was bringing mushrooms to, and that's how we met.
Are you guys gonna go to jail? What's happening?
It's fiction, maybe.
What
We
if
don't
it's
know.
not?
You're right. Eventually, we have to
I
reveal.
snort cocaine off of Jorge's ass. Really, Becky?
You're right.
Who else are you going to question?
Chris, when you fought, was this in a classroom setting? Like,
It was in a tournament.
it was in a tournament?
Yeah.
Was it wrestling? Was it karate?
It was
What
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Can you demonstrate
can we see
a
some
little bit of jujitsu?
You can demonstrate with Matt. Why don't you
Sure.
show Matt?
How about I'll be Jorge, that way I don't get hurt.
Well, I would have to be.
All right, but then don't hurt. I'm asking you not to hurt me.
Most of what happened was this.
Yeah, most of what happened. Go slow, and I would say 20% pressure.
I forget the exact takedown, but if you lay down on the ground.
Okay. Do you start upright, by the way, in
We
these
start
tournaments?
upright,
okay,
but
but it got to this point.
I forget how quickly he took me down. And he locked in a move where you kind of come in under the person's armpit.
Okay, go slow. I asked you 20%. 20%.
And you kind of choke the person from this angle.
And then do you tap out?
I didn't.
Is that what
I didn't.
Okay. Did you pass out?
Almost. I will tell you this, that the crowd started clapping for me. Because it was like 90% locked in, but I was like, I can still I'm still getting like enough air in my lungs and blood in my brain where I'm like, maybe he'll get tired and have to quit on this.
Was this in one of your depressive bouts where you had nothing to lose?
No, this is me at my best.
Okay.
This is kind of me at my best.
Interesting.
I-
Interesting.
All right, let's
That's
hear
very
from
believable.
Sabrina.
Let's hear
Sabrina,
from
let's hear your
Sabrina.
story.
The iguana.
What do you wanna know?
Where was the iguana when you tripped on it?
In the hallway of an apartment that I lived in. I lived with my roommate Kiyomi in Williamsburg, and Jorge lived with, I think it was Matt. So Matt and Kiyomi were like hooking up, and so we would go back and forth between the apartments. It was just like, we had 2 apartments on the same floor, but we would go back and forth. Now, Jorge had an iguana named Ursula, and Ursula would on the floor of the hallway. It was kind of like roaming around the hallway. And
You knew that Jorge had an iguana and it would frequent the hallways and it would everywhere.
Yes.
And yet you didn't see this large reptile when you were hurrying
We were
through the
drinking a
hallway.
lot back then.
Okay, you were drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I believe you.
I mean,
Don't. Or do.
Oh, God.
this
that could
doesn't. But
just-
also,
yeah.
Chris feels like the kind of guy who'd maybe take some jiu-jitsu classes and be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try out a tournament. And
Yeah,
but I don't know
that's
if you
true.
can just go to a tournament.
I don't think someone who deals mushrooms would come on a
Correct.
show.
I don't think
That's what
that's.
I
Yeah,
agree with.
I think that's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think chokehold is the relationship between Jorge and the panel.
Okay. Jorge, please reveal your true identity.
I'm Jorge, and I use my jiu-jitsu moves on Chris.
Great job. Yes, Jorge did what we all want to do, put Chris in a chokehold. Now, it's my favorite part of the game called My Turn, where I'll read a statement and you will have to decide if it's the truth or if it's a lie. So here goes. My family emigrated to the United States because my father was fascinated with brunch.
What did your father love about brunch?
He loved he loved the food. He loved the eggs and the waffles and the whole thing. He
Are
loved,
those things that didn't happen in England, like there aren't waffles and eggs in England?
there were, but not all at the same time. He loved the all-you-could-eat aspect of the brunch buffet.
When did he experience a brunch in America, or did he see it on like TV? Or...
It was in Tampa, and I think he went to a Shoney's or a Denny's or something
Yes.
like that.
Shoney's and Denny's aren't brunch places, though.
They used to be.
I think on a Sunday you can. They just
can-
call it brunch. It's the
it's all
same
brunch,
menu, but they
yeah.
just call it brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Good. All right, so you'll buy that. Okay. Very good then.
What time would he go to brunch? Because brunch indicates somewhere between breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be exactly at that time.
What's your father do professionally?
At the time, he had his own business.
Which apparently is none of yours.
If there's any way you could be more vague, just so I could take it all in.
Yeah. He had a small business.
Now I get it. Now
You get it. Anything else?
I can't possibly think of another question.
Okay, well, I think you're gonna have to make a guess. Let's start with Matt's team. What do you think?
I don't know.
Because of the details, I'm gonna say it's a lie.
Matt?
Now I have to decide.
Follow your gut.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
We think it's true.
Becky Ann, what do you think?
It could be true, but I think or he's a really good liar.
Chris?
I think it's true. I think that your father is going to watch this and be very disappointed that you don't know better brunch spots than Denny's or Shoney's. That being said, I think these are your failings, not your father's.
A lot of people have said that in my life.
I'm gonna go with my gut
Yeah,
here.
yeah, definitely.
All right. Our team believes it is a lie.
So Sabrina's team says it's a lie. Matt's team says it's true. Well, I can reveal that the story I was telling was true. Okay, so the winner of Would I Lie to You this week is Matt's team. See you next time for Would I Lie to You.
I stopped a crime progress using the only weapon within my reach, a New York street pretzel.
What was the crime?
A man was actually harassing a woman on the street.
That's unbelievable.
In New York City?
In New York City, then you say? Human woman! This woman is a liar!
I'm Aasif Mandvi, and welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show of convincing lies, unconvincing truths, and somehow convincing celebrities to be here. As always, our team captains are the uproarious Sabrina Jalees and the high-spirited Matt Walsh. On Matt's team tonight, you've seen her on Adult Swim using her dark humor to stick it to the man, but not me. I'm one of the good ones, right? Yeah. Please welcome Jenna Friedman. And he's a star of The Good Fight, and I'm getting word that he's here to put up at least an okay fight. So watch out. It's Nyambi Nyambi. And on Sabrina's team, our next guest is an actress, author, and an extreme oversharer. Lucky for you, we booked the oversharer. It's Ali Wentworth, everyone. And you know him for his role on Succession, that other hit TV show where dabbling in deceit is the name of the game. It's Fisher Stevens, everyone. Okay, it's time for round one, Truth Be Told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. Could be a lie, it could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Okay, let's get started. First up, Fisher, would you please read the card in front of you?
My girlfriend and I accidentally drifted off course in a hot air balloon in Aspen.
What were you doing in Aspen?
I was at a charity skiing event.
What was the charity?
It was for the Aspen youth, and once a year they invite a bunch of celebrities to kind of ski with these kids. And it's to build...
I know.
For the children?
Not for me.
For the Aspen youth.
children in Aspen.
They have all these kids who don't ordinarily get to ski. Skiing is an expensive sport. Rob Morrow I went with, Chad Lowe, Evander Holyfield skied.
Okay.
John Oates, Hall and Oates.
Okay, now we've clarified Aspen.
Can we just quickly, so the city of Aspen finds like at-risk kids who've never skied before.
They live in like the city of Denver.
Okay.
Right? I get a free trip to Aspen. I get to ski in Aspen.
Let's get to the actual statement on the card.
We just found that part most
Which has
interesting.
nothing to do.
That was the most interesting part of the card.
No, we spend the day skiing with the kids.
And then what happened?
You take a kid. It's kind of weird, but you take a couple kids.
A kid who's never skied
Take
before.
some kids.
For God's sake, can we get to the balloon
I couldn't
ride?
help it.
I'm trying to get to the balloon
I
ride.
was with, no, we do. We ski with rich people and kids. It's both, you know?
Right. Fine, we've cleared that up. When
sorry.
do we get to the balloon
It's
ride?
like a cookie jar. I can't help but going into it. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
It's
you
too good.
went on a balloon ride.
Okay, so Rob Morrow, Chad Lowe, and I go with this guy named Craig in a hot air balloon so we can see Aspen Mountain in all of its glory. And we get up in the hot air balloon and things didn't go very well.
Were you going to collide into something? Like
All I know is this. It was the greatest day of my life for like 15 minutes, and then it turned into like, I'm gonna die.
So Evander Holyfield, he decided to ski over going up in a hot air balloon?
Look,
A brother skiing.
To be...
Who was piloting the balloon?
Well, Craig was piloting the balloon.
Who's Craig again?
Craig is the guy who worked at the balloon
For the balloon
company.
company?
Whatever.
He's the best.
Company, yeah.
He's the best
No.
guy in Aspen.
No, it started off really good, and you got way clear of the trees. And then it just started getting very windy, and Chad is going, control the balloon, man! Control the balloon! He starts to wig out, and then I'm starting to freak out, too. We all start to get nervous because the wind starts to blow us, and Craig is like, calm down. And when Craig just took his eye off the prize, seeing how freaked out we were getting, and the balloon just started going more off course.
Fisher, I have to say, this is an amazing one-man show. And how did it end?
Fortunately, the winds calmed down, and he just landed us basically in a beautiful field.
What do you guys think?
What are you feeling?
It's the Evander of it all. Have you seen his knees? He doesn't look like he should be skiing, let alone walking.
So you're gonna say...
I'm gonna say that it's a lie.
Yeah. Jenna, what do you think?
I don't think I believe it just because of the charity.
We can't get over the charity.
I can't.
Matt, what do you say?
It's a very windy city to begin with, so it's improbable that Aspen would be a great place to get in a balloon, so I think it's a lie. We think it's a lie.
Fisher, would you please tell us, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
Thank you.
That's funny.
Great details.
Okay, next up. Who is next? It is over to Nyambi. Please read the card in front of you.
My secret to managing road rage is to never make eye contact.
All right,
Not
Sabrina.
so much of a secret anymore.
The secret is let them know you're angry without letting them know. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you live in Los Angeles?
I do, actually.
What happens if somebody cuts you off right in front of your car?
I lose it a little bit.
I'd like to see what that looks like.
Could you just pretend that Matt
Wait a minute.
cut you off?
All right.
And could you show us exactly what that would look like? So
Tell me
Matt,
what kind of car I'm acting out.
You're driving a
Lamborghini?
You're not driving a Lamborghini based on your
Why
outfit.
can't I drive? It's fiction.
now.
It's fiction.
No,
Why can't...
I
This is
think
my dream. Go
You're
ahead.
head of a studio. You're driving a lime green Lamborghini. There's a couple of hookers in the back.
There's no back seat, but all right.
And you just, everything's in Bitcoin.
You ladies okay? You're gonna be stars. Cocaine is in the glove.
Okay. So then he cuts me off, right?
Yeah.
Cut him off.
And I'm like, yo, this dude just cut me off. I'm like, man, like that. Like that. So then they see I'm angry.
Yeah.
But they
you
don't know if
look
I'm
at-
angry at somebody on the phone. They don't know.
Thank you. That was
That's
wonderful.
my way.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Okay.
That was good performance.
Do you apply this secret method in your marriage? Because I do, for sure.
I would say yes.
You don't make eye contact with your
No,
wife.
I'm like, baby, what's wrong?
I don't know if this secret management technique is working in your favor.
It doesn't work.
Allie, what do you think?
I believe you.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't, but he's got such a penetrating.
So you think his eye contact is so powerful?
Yes.
It's.
I'm melting inside.
Right.
I don't know. I've been observing him in the dressing room across from me.
That's why I closed the door.
He would not make eye contact with me when I said hello. He's like, hey, how you doing, Fisher? And we worked together before.
Maybe he hates you. It's a rage thing.
Okay, well, based on that,
I don't know.
No, well,
Maybe I'm lying right now.
really, the card should say, if it was true, I have deep problems.
He just...
All right, you got to make a decision, Sabrina. What is it going to be?
I want both of my team members.
No, you make the decision.
Tested
You're
for
the boss.
drugs. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to be the sober one driving here.
No.
So we are gonna say it is a lie.
You're going against your team and saying it's a lie. Nyambi, can you please tell us, is it a lie or is it true?
It is true.
I knew
It's
it.
true.
I knew it.
Not the first time I've disappointed my team.
Okay, let's see. Who is next? It is Allie, if you could read the card in front of you.
My dog made love to a banana bread that I was serving for brunch.
It's like the Air Bud version of American Pie. Matt, what do you think?
Why banana bread for lunch?
It was brunch.
Oh, it was brunch.
Brunch.
Sorry.
No, was it just banana bread for brunch? Was there anything else?
It was one of many things. It was egg torta, it was cut up fresh fruit, it was asparagus with lemon, and it was the warm, fresh out of the oven banana bread. Moist.
I'm getting excited.
I know.
How did your dog get access to the said bread?
The moist bread.
He jumped on the dining room chair and then jumped up onto the table where he made love to the loaf.
Honestly, like, who hasn't tasted something so good it made you horny at the same time?
Wait till you try my banana bread, sister.
Were your guests there when this event?
No, this was about 10 minutes before they arrived.
What's your dog's name?
Cooper.
Does he have a history of humping things?
Other dogs.
What did you do with the banana bread after?
I served it.
Oh. What did your guests say when they tasted the banana bread?
This is the best banana bread I've ever had. Oh my God, so moist.
What do you guys think?
I just don't think there's a banana bread that's been made that could survive that. So I have to say that that's
point.
a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to believe you. I believe women. But I just can't imagine you giving bread.
Crummy.
Anyone.
I think she said
Said
crummy.
crummy.
Matt, what do you think? What are you saying as a team?
We believe it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. Is it a lie or is it true?
It is true.
Yes! Yes! That was so good. Yes! Yes! I wanted it so bad.
It's true.
Wow.
There was a banana in the bread, and Allie's dog was too happy to see it. So, at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Matt's team is in the lead. Our next round is called This Is, where we bring on a special guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each member of Matt's team will claim they're the one with the actual connection to the guest. It'll be up to Sabrina's team to spot who is telling the truth. Please welcome this week's special guest, Liza. Okay, Nyambi, who is Liza to you?
This is Liza. She gave me $20 that launched my career.
Matt.
This is Liza. She's an awesome artist who painted a still life of the contents of my kitchen cabinet.
Jenna, can you explain how you know Liza?
This is Liza. We co-parent a cat.
Okay. Sabrina, where would you like to start?
I'd like to start by knocking Jenna's situation right off the option list.
So Liza and I used to work together at this bar, and there was a kitten in the dumpster. And so Liza and I were working together, and we rescued the kitten. I don't live in New York full-time anymore, so I gave Snuffy to Liza. And anytime back, I see Snuffy, and Liza's been really cool and not territorial, and she's like, we are co-parents. Even though, yes, I may be a deadbeat dad to Snuffy.
Yeah, I feel like the brunt of it is on Liza's shoulders.
Liza's more the parent than you are.
Yes, but you could say that about any dynamic with parents and kids.
I want to be the first to tell you, Liza's mad at you.
Can we move on?
You can move on. Matt, what was your relationship to Liza?
She's an artist who painted a still life of my kitchen cabinet.
What medium was it painted in?
Painting.
I know, but oil, watercolor,
Paints have different
acrylic.
mediums.
I would say acrylic. It's acrylic.
What was in the cabinet?
There were sardines, vinegar, spices up top.
You thought that the contents of your inner cabinet was something that should live forever in the medium of art?
She's a cool artist I discovered. So I got her card and I found out that she does series of these things where she paints still lifes of cabinets.
Oh.
Nyambi, can you tell us what your relationship is to Liza?
She gave me $20 that launched my career.
Where were you? Did you know her before?
I did know her before. I was coming down from Lincoln Center. I was going down to NYU. How many blocks is that? I mean, that's...
Well, 66th Street to the Village. It's a
lot
long
of blocks.
way.
I saw that she had groceries in her hand, and I said, hey, can I help you? And she says, no, I don't need help. She said, why don't you take the train? And I said, I don't have any money for it. And so she said, okay, well, here, I'll give you money. She gave me $20.
But why did that launch your career?
Well, because then it got me home.
I thought you were going to
It's
NYU.
an important detail. I was going to NYU to go to my locker.
To go to your locker?
See if I can like scrummage for some change to get on the train to
Okay.
go back to Jersey City.
I went to NYU. I didn't have a locker.
Well, we have lockers on the 5th floor.
I'm still curious as to how this launched your career.
So then it got me home, and then the next day I had my audition for Mike and Molly. So then it got me to my audition for Mike and Molly,
Which tapes in LA, sorry.
which tapes in LA.
Don't help anyone.
Let me tell you what's happening right now. I've been fooled by Nyambi before because he when he tells the truth, it seems crazy, but it's not. It's the truth.
Look at Liza. Is she a cat co-parent? Is she a mediocre artist? Or is
She's
she
not mediocre. I never said the
I
painting
don't
was
know,
mediocre.
man. The way you're talking.
It's amazing.
Okay. I think Matt's telling the truth.
And I think Nyambi's telling the truth.
I think
Well, now
Liza's
if Matt is telling the truth, I've just
Yes.
insulted Liza. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Yes. Yes.
I feel terrible.
Right?
You say Matt. Fisher, what do you say?
This show is gonna drive me to therapy.
Okay, it's time to make a decision. What are we saying?
We collectively believe that Nyambi is the one that knows Liza.
Okay, so they say it is Nyambi who is telling the truth. Liza, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Liza, and I gave Nyambi $20.
That's how you do it.
Who has my cat?
Okay, now it's my favorite part of the game called My Turn, where I'll read a statement and you all have to decide whether I am telling the truth or a lie. Here goes. A girlfriend broke up with me because I reminded her too much of her orthodontist.
True.
True, yeah.
So
Good night,
believable.
everybody.
True.
What was the girlfriend's name?
Her name was Rushmi.
So you were dating her, and then in the middle of it, she realized, oh my God, you look like my orthodontist. It's over.
Well, that's what she said.
Right.
Wait, wouldn't she have said that right at the beginning? Did she say to
Yes.
you, like, oh my God?
No,
you
she
look-"
did. She did say that I reminded her of her orthodontist when we first started dating.
Whom she hated, liked.
It had been a traumatic experience for her.
When she had had this traumatic dental work, she was not under anesthesia?
No, she was, but I think she had to go back several times and it had affected her self-image and...
Was it like when you first kissed that she kissed you and just that, oh my God, you remind me of my orthodontist. I can't do this.
Well, no, we met at a party in LA and...
What does she do for a living?
She was actually an actress from Canada who had come to LA.
Now, I know all the brown actresses from Canada.
Okay.
Rushmi doesn't ring a bell.
But I want to know when it happened. Like, when did she say, you
It was
remind
when
me?
he was putting elastics in her teeth.
When I was doing a little orthodontic.
I got a cute little move I do with all the girls. How old were you?
In my 30s.
And she had braces?
No.
People can get braces later in life.
She had had braces a few years earlier, yeah.
How old was she?
She was probably about the same age as me.
How old are you now?
I'm very old. Matt's team, what are you thinking?
What are you guys thinking? What's your radar say on this?
My radar's saying
Your
a
gut.
lie because if she already felt like he reminded her of her orthodontist, she wouldn't enter it in the first place.
But what
you
if it
said
was
that
an
night,
excuse?
though, right?
I've given so many excuses to stop dating people. I don't know if that would be it. It would just be like, I can't do this. It wouldn't be that specific.
So that makes you think it's a lie.
I believe it's a lie.
You believe it's a lie. I'm gonna go with my teammates and we're gonna say we think you're a gosh darn liar.
All right. You think it's a lie?
We definitely believe many people have broken up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a consensus. We do agree on that.
What do you say?
We also think that a great many women have broken up with you.
Yes.
I think he's actually too smart to be dating some dum-dum.
Yeah, some dumb woman.
That breaks up with people willy-nilly because her teeth were messed up.
I mean, it was only 2 months.
I'm saying you're an executive producer on the show, and anyone that breaks up with you is stupid.
I feel like you're kissing the ring a little bit here.
I don't think you go to parties in LA either. That felt weird.
That's the part you don't believe?
I just don't see you as that guy.
Over. It's a lie.
We have deliberated, and we do believe it's a lie.
You say it's a lie. Matt's team says it's a lie. Well, brace yourself.
Nice.
It is a lie!
Good job. Good job.
I don't usually win.
We give you
Yes,
first
I
credit.
did not look like my ex's orthodontist. I just look like someone she didn't want to be with anymore. And welcome back. Okay, that sound means it's the end of the show. And the winner of Would I Lie to You this week is Matt's team. See you next time on Would I Lie to You. How much money did you make?
Dozens of dollars, which as a 10-year-old, it's all about the cash and the TikTok. I am actually not that young. I'm insinuating that I am young. I started getting a little kooky.
I was going to help you out, but I was like, what's TikTok?
I'm Aasif Mandvi, and welcome to Would I Lie to You, the game where talented celebrities must navigate webs of lies. So, basically, show business. As always, our team captains are the engaging Sabrina Jalees and the perplexing Matt Walsh. And on Matt's team tonight, you've seen her on Smash and Halston, so I'm sure this is a step up in her career. Please give a warm round of jazz hands to Krista Rodriguez. And she's a comedian from the UK, where they call the game of soccer football and the game Would I Lie to You, Would I Lie to You? It's the very funny Amy Hoggarts. And on Sabrina Jalees' team tonight, an incredible talent with an IMDb page longer than a CVS receipt. Please welcome Andrea Martin. This guest is a comedian, a writer, and has fantastic hair. Wait, are the guests writing their own intros? What's happening? It's Casey Jost. All right, it's time for round one, Truth Be Told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they have never seen the card before. Could be a lie, could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. So, let's get started. Okay, Casey, you are up.
Here we go. I was a child model for toy catalogs.
What catalog were you in?
The KB Toys.
What toys were you paired with inside the catalog?
It was mostly like He-Man-esque stuff. It was like knockoff He-Man-like
Right.
things.
Was this like a national ad?
It was circulated probably through the tri-state area.
To your best recollection, could you come out here and pose as you may have had to pose with the various knockoff He-Men?
It was mostly hand modeling, or it was the...
Oh, no, I was a child model. So
How old were you, by the way?
Between the ages of 3 to 6, I was, you know, booking, auditioning.
He knows the lingo.
All right, show us a couple of your classic go-to
It was mostly
moves.
it was mostly stuff like this.
And there's toys on the bottom.
There's like
toys and
knockoff
then-
He-Man.
Yeah, it would be something like that, and I'd be like,
Were you handling the toy itself ever?
not often because they would actually cut it out and do a different toy. So some of it was like early green screen.
Well, round of applause. That was a brilliant... Very well acted out.
What happened at 6? Did they just say, you're out?
You know, I think I wanted to do other things. To be honest, I remember it being like a thing I didn't always want to do, but I kind of liked and people thought I'd be good for.
Was there a lot of glitz and glamour involved in this?
No, like I said, this KB Toys thing was like a kind of a local thing. So I never did anything that was national. I never did, like, I think I only did print too.
Did you ever get recognized like, oh, that's the kid that holds stuff locally?
No, I never got recognized until now, I guess.
We didn't recognize you, to be clear. No one...
Yeah, fair.
Okay, Krista, what do you think?
I think it tracks. You know, we have entertainment,
logic.
humble beginnings sometimes, and you only end up in our career if you're kind of doing the local stuff at 3 to 6.
Yes, Amy, what do you think?
I just think he was very confident. It rolled off the tongue. I think it's true, and I feel sorry for you. So I wish it had worked out. I wish it worked out.
Matt, what do you say?
It was very plausible, and there was one moment that I thought, that's so real. The fact that they would just have him do generic poses so they could cut in different toys. That's the kind of detail that's so real.
Yeah.
I was kind of hooked, like, that's gotta be real. So Team Coral Floral says, we think it's true.
They say it's true. Casey, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
That was amazing.
It's a lie. Casey was in no way a model child.
Wow, that was good.
Okay, who's up next? Andrea, you are next. Please read the card in front of you.
I toured around Canada showcasing Chryslers.
What does showcasing mean?
Presenting.
So you were a car salesman?
It was industrial shows, and so you presented the cars.
Were you one of the women in bikinis drenched on it? I'm just wondering at what point in your career this happened.
At what part of my career?
Yeah. Were you one of the sort of sexy women?
I was never one of any sexy anything, but thank you. I so appreciate you using my name with sex. Thank you so much. This is early. This is in the 70s, I think. So I was with Marty Short, and we were in an industrial show, and we presented Chryslers across Canada.
And Martin Short was also presenting Chryslers?
Yes.
What were some of the models of Chrysler?
I think I can remember the song, I think. Festival nights and the moon shining bright, it's Cordoba.
Yeah, just answer the question. What were some of the models of the Chryslers?
Thank you, Judge.
Cordoba.
I bet if you sing the song again, you'll find a name by the end of it.
Okay. Yeah. Festival nights and the moon shining bright, it's Esprit.
Esprit, yes.
Esprit. That was a model.
Would you be willing to demonstrate how you would pretend that my desk here is a sedan?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are going to be Andrea Martin,
yeah,
the
do what you
presenter.
did.
I'm sitting in the car with my wheel.
Well, you're in the car, and the doors open, and then you go, Festival night and the moon shining bright, it's Cordoba. And then you go around.
Thank you.
Was this before Godspell then?
It would have to be after Godspell because that's where we met in 1971. Yeah.
I just love picturing you and Martin Short backstage of like, is it time yet?
Yeah, exactly.
It's time.
How long were you touring?
I don't know, 2 weeks?
Was this like a prestige job? Like, was this a good job for you?
We were all starting out, and like when everybody starts out, they take everything that comes their way, and so I think we thought it was a cool thing, like this right here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to make a decision. Krista, what do you say?
I'm leaning towards true, but again, it's a little suspect because Godspell was a very big deal. So is going to sell cars after that like working a restaurant gig after you've actually like had your big break? That's what my...
The thing is, like, it sounds like a lame gig. She could be a car enthusiast or a specifically Chrysler car enthusiast. We didn't know that coming in.
Yeah.
When you look at Andrea Martin, do you see Chrysler car enthusiast?
No, I don't.
My gut is still true, but I don't want to get burned.
I think we have to go with our gut and be willing to be hurt again.
Yeah.
We're gonna say we think you're a good actor, but we also think that it's true.
They say it's true. Andrea, would you please reveal? Is it true or is it a lie?
Oh no, oh no.
It is true.
Andrea didn't sell us a lie, but she did sell us a brand new car. Okay, next up. Amy, please read the card in front of you?
Amy, Amy.
Here we go.
Amy.
I have a terrible phobia of rocking chairs, whether there is someone sitting in it or not.
Phobia.
Sabrina's team.
How often do rocking chairs come up in your life?
I think a lot, and other people think not. I think you get an eye for them. You notice them more when you're scared of them.
Are they like animated? Like you think they're gonna? Do you think like a rocking chair is going to attack you?
It's weird because
It is weird.
I just don't like the way they move. I don't like the way they rock. I don't trust them. I'm not going near them. I don't know if you've ever had a phobia. It's not a rational fear. It's a phobia.
Irrational fear.
Thank you.
So aesthetically, if you're going through a catalog
Yeah.
and you see a room that looks really great, it's your whatever style you like, and there's a rocking chair, what do you think?
In a catalogue, I turn the page. I'm not freaking out. I'm not crazy.
Two-dimensional, you feel safe.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is a rocking chair that doesn't have anybody in it more scary than someone who's sitting in it, or is it the same?
I don't know. I've never been scared of the person. It's just you see it and then I'm out of there.
People with these phobias usually have, you know, this delusion where it's like, but it's true, man. Like you're running
Oh, yeah,
out of
that's a
rooms and
good point.
trampling people and pushing people out of your way. You can't also be well-adjusted and like, I know it's kind of crazy.
The game's about working out if I'm lying, not being horrible to me. I know rules.
We need to make a decision. Casey, what do you think?
I would say that it was a lie.
Okay, Andrea, what say you?
If it is a phobia, God bless you, I'm sorry, but I think it's a lie. I want you to get help if there is, but I'm gonna say it's a lie.
Sabrina, what do you say?
We say it is a lie.
They say it's a lie. Amy, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
Okay, I'll be honest, it is a lie.
Great.
It's a lie. Amy loves rocking chairs and never goes back and forth on the subject. So at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Sabrina's team is in the lead. And now it's time for Follow the Leader, where we hear from our team captains. Matt, you're up. Go ahead and read your card.
I once had a blind date at a nude beach.
Okay, Sabrina's team.
Very bold move for a pale guy. A hot pale guy. That I love.
I love you too.
So now that that's out of the way, Andrea, you believe it right out of the gate?
I once had I'm just trying to envision it. I once had a...
You don't need to vision it.
Don't try too hard.
Did you know it was a nude beach?
Yes, it was actually a cafe at a nude beach.
But wait, you must have been a member of the nudist beach.
No, it was in the Canary Islands. I was there working for a couple months, and this woman set me up with her sister, and we met at this cafe at the nude beach.
And were you just like feeling amazing about your body, or why?
I did not get naked.
Oh, it was a nude beach, but you weren't naked.
Like, imagine the sand and the ocean are there, and there's a bunch of naked German men hanging out, and we're like 50 yards behind where that is. We had the option, but I was never gonna get naked.
It's actually smart now. It's like you could get with that, or you could get with me.
So, and was she nude?
No.
That was so boring. What a terrible lunch. So you were both clothed and you had a salad and you went home. I don't get it.
It's true. It is boring.
It is boring, but I was never gonna be that guy.
And did you see each other again? Was that it?
Yeah. We were there. I was there for 2 months, so it worked out.
Where does this rank in terms of dates you've been on, in terms of like weirdness?
It's top-ish, yeah.
Top-ish.
Yeah.
Did you ever see her nude?
Ooh.
It's a valid question, Matt.
And you're under oath.
It is.
Yes.
Wow.
Wonderful.
I do okay, Andrea. I do
I don't know
okay.
why we're applauding that. I'm sorry.
What specifically did you like about this Canary Island girl?
Attractive.
Okay.
Witty. Like, had like a wit to her.
That's why you wanted to go on the date?
Yes, her sister, though. It was Her sister set us
Her
up.
sister set her up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sister
Right.
better looking or worse looking?
The one I was with was more attractive, in my opinion.
Well, we've got the other sister here. Come on out!
It's time to make a decision. Casey, what do you think?
I think it's a lie. I don't know. I think it's fishy.
I think it's not fishy enough to be the lie.
Okay.
It was almost like you were trying to scale back so much to make us think it was a lie, but I do believe, I'm leaning towards truth, but then I've got my oracle.
What is
My
Andrea?
oracle of
Andrea, what do you
clarity.
think?
I thought you were very sweet and modest describing the German fellows. So you weren't judgmental as I would be. What the hell's going on with that guy? That's what I'd be like. Good God,
Well,
put some clothes on! I'm gonna say it's true.
Yeah,
All right,
right?
Sabrina, what's the verdict?
We believe your story is true.
Matt, they say it's true.
I'm scared.
Is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. And now we all have the image of Matt Walsh naked in our heads. Our next round is called This Is, where we bring on a special guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each member of Sabrina's team will claim they're the one with the actual connection to the guest. It'll be up to Matt's team to spot who is telling the truth. This week's special guest, Brother Hannon. Well, Andrea, who is Brother Hannon to you?
This is Brother Hannon, who would give me wine every Valentine's Day.
Sabrina, could you tell us who is Brother Hannon to you?
This is Brother Hannon, and we play Resident Evil together.
Casey, please explain. What is your relationship to Brother Hannon?
This is Brother Hannon. He gave me one of my first TV gigs.
Okay. Matt, where would you like to begin?
Andrea, why is Brother Hannon gifting you or giving you wine on Valentine's?
I used to go to St. Joseph's Academy when I was a young girl, and I know his family, and every Valentine's Day we get together, and he always brings me a bottle of wine.
So you actually are together on Valentine's Day?
Yes.
But he didn't give you wine when you were a child.
No.
Okay.
Is it good red wine? Do you drink it?
You know, I don't drink anymore. Don't tell him.
Well, you just told him.
And you said he brings his family. Who are the other elements of his family?
No, my family, my sister, my brother.
What do you do with all the leftover good wine instead of drink it if you get given this wine?
No, people drink at Valentine's Day. Yeah, people are drinking there. It's a party.
Does anyone in your family have romantic interests, or it's just about celebrating romantic holidays with your
Well, you know,
nearest
my
sibling?
brother and my sister are married, so I don't know how much romance is in that relationship now.
What don't you understand? It's a family Valentine's
family
Day priest
Valentine's Day
situation.
thing.
Okay.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I guess we'll go to Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
What is Brother Hannon's username?
Priest for PS4.
Is his avatar just a priest?
No, he plays Resident Evil, and while he's playing, he's got that mic, and he says sweet things. Like, he's delivers sort of like messages from the sermons, I'm assuming. And the priest for PS4, while they're like defeating a zombie or whatever, they're sort of like, and God loves you, you know? They're like...
So he's using Resident Evil as a way to preach about Jesus Christ.
Yes, yes, no, it truly is. And also they have like millions of people following them.
Is he good at the game?
I'd say, like, it's not about how good he is at the game.
Okay.
I mean, you're good, but it's not about that. It's more about, like, what he's talking about while he's playing the game.
Who's a better player, you or him?
Me.
Are you ever high when you play?
Matt, I don't need to get into what I do at night.
You want to
I
move
guess
on?
we'll go to Casey next.
Yeah.
What was the gig?
The anchor of our TV studio at my high school.
So how did he give you your first TV gig?
Every senior year, he selects one person to be the anchor. My junior year, I used to come down and help out because I knew the seniors and they were anchors. And so he was like, oh, you're gonna be the anchor next year. And so that was my first gig.
Were you like a cool kid? Did people think, oh, wow, it's that guy off the TV 3 days a week?
No, in fact, it was the opposite. It was like, Casey lame? It was like a lot of that stuff.
What do you think?
I want Sabrina's to be true. That is like, I would desperately want that to be the right
Just
answer.
know that she's the sneakiest
I
of
know.
all of them.
And has done this the most.
I feel like if you're gonna be playing Resident Evil and you have a whole day where you have to be like a role model, you're
Right.
probably just letting your freak flag
Right.
fly. You're not
Right.
preaching.
Right.
You're just like, die. Yeah, what about Andrea?
But Andrea seems implausible.
If someone is sober, continually bringing them wine is a really weird move.
How many communal Valentine gatherings do you
don't
know of?
about
Weird,
those.
yeah. I do find that weird.
Yeah.
To me, creepy.
And like Casey's is the smallest leap, but he's a proven liar. Like we know he's a
very
liar.
proven liar.
It's stronger, I think, than the other two.
But it's less fun than the other two, no offense.
I will need to know your decision. Is Brother Hannon Andrea's Vino Valentine, Sabrina's Godly Gamer, or Casey's Connected Clergyman?
I think we as a team, we believe Casey.
Okay. Brother Hannon, would you please reveal your true identity?
I am Brother Hannon, and I gave Casey his first TV gig.
I'm so sorry that I subjected you to all of this.
Yes, Brother Hannon blessed Casey as his TV guide. And we're back. Okay, that sound means it's the end of the show. And the winner of Would I Lie to You this week is Matt's team. See you next time on Would I Lie to You?
The next question is, does she really not remember his name, or is that part of the tactic because she's been hanging with sneaky Matt?
Yeah.
And
Why are you
Matt-
calling me sneaky? I don't know what she's gonna read.
Matt, I love you, but you're a sneak, okay?
Aasif Mandvi, and welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where we lie a little and then we tell the truth a little and then we all go home and it's a very nice time. Anyway, with us, as always, is our team captains, the dynamic Sabrina Jalees and the super duper duper Matt Walsh. On Sabrina's team tonight, she plays the other one on TV's The Other Two. Please welcome actress Helena York. And she's the host of the popular podcast Fake the Nation, but can she fake our panel? It's Negin Farsad. On Matt Walsh's team tonight, she writes about lowbrow pop culture for the highbrow New Yorker magazine. So let's give a middlebrow welcome to Nomi Fry. And he's a fashion designer, style icon, and QVC thirst trap who's selling out fast. Please welcome Isaac Mitzrahi. It's time for round one, Truth Be Told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. It could be a lie, it could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Okay, let's get started. And Helena, you're up. Would you please read the card in front of you?
During a live performance, I sang a song from the toilet.
So, was the toilet on a stage?
Yes, but off stage. But on stage.
It was on, but it was off.
Does that make sense?
No.
No, not yet.
Okay, it was close to stage.
Why were you singing a song from a toilet that was off stage yet on stage? Why?
I had an emergency and could not complete the song from stage, so the song was completed from the toilet.
Got it.
So everybody saw you rushing off stage mid-song.
There was a scene happening, then there was a quick change, and I sang the beginning of the next song from the toilet. Yeah. The song was a part of a duet.
What was the show? What was the song and what was the show?
The show was a production of Wicked on tour, and it was the beginning of Emerald City.
Why did you suddenly, I mean, you're a performer, you know you're not supposed to eat certain things or, you know.
You know you're gonna be on stage all the damn time. You develop a certain amount of anxiety. If you have an emergency, what are you really supposed to do? And you talk yourself into it almost, and then you have a cheddar soup before the evening performance, and you just never know what's gonna happen, Isaac.
The culprit right there, cheddar soup.
Bad decision.
I also just want to say it's so brave of you to share this.
Thank you so much.
Very vulnerable.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Did you wait to flush when the applause happened?
I waited to flush until intermission.
What do you say?
It feels authentic. I don't know why.
Like, I feel like it could happen.
Yeah.
Yes,
and cheddar soup sounds like the worst decision an actor would make.
Isaac, what do you say?
Is it
My
a lie?
gut is that it's a lie, but I always think, have you met my mother? I think like everything is a lie.
Does your mom lie a lot?
I thought everyone's mom lied a lot. No? Am I just, is that?
I'm gonna say lie,
I
but I
can't
don't know.
tell because she's really good at
She's good. She's an
lying.
actor.
It's true.
She's a successful
We're
actor.
deceitful.
Was there a major moment of hesitation in her storytelling where you felt like she was manufacturing? Because I didn't see it.
So you're thinking truth.
True.
Maybe, because it was seamless, you know?
That's what I mean.
Look at me, young lady, look at me. What the hell?
I feel that you see your mother in me, and I don't know
I
about
want
this.
an answer.
A lot of pressure on you, Matt. What do you say?
We believe it's true.
They say it is true. Helena, please reveal to us. Is it true or is it a lie?
It is true.
It's true. Helena knows the magic of live theater. Okay, let's hear from Isaac. Would you please read the card in front of you?
I once caught the first train out of town to avoid my own surprise party.
How did you find out that it was gonna be happening?
I was dating this guy in Chicago. He knew that I hated surprise parties, and so he kind of like hinted around that there was gonna be a thing, so.
Normally, when you don't like a surprise party, you may not go to the surprise party. It's rare that you would leave town.
Here's the thing, it was like these people that really liked me and that I really liked, and I didn't want to hurt their feelings by saying I hated the idea that they were having this surprise party, so I just decided to leave town on the train, by the way.
Wait, did you
Don't take the train from Chicago, kids.
Did the party happen regardless?
I think it did, yeah.
This seems mean to me, that you would like leave the day of the party and you think this party happened.
I debated and went back and forth, and should I let them do this to me? And it was a significant birthday. It was my 40th birthday.
Why did you stay so long on the F?
Because maybe it wasn't my 40th birthday. Maybe it was a different...
It could have been another decade.
I saw it as an act of kindness. Like, you have to see me on my birthday. I just, like, flowers come, and I'm like, what the those flowers?
And are you with a therapist now?
Oh, I am never out of therapy.
What did you end up doing? You took the train and then...
I took the train to New York.
Who takes a train between New York and Chicago?
Wow. In those days, I was very phobic of flying. Even though I did it constantly, I was always on a
Because
plane.
I've literally seen footage of you in, like, Paris.
But you know, you have periods in your life where, I mean, there were times when I would like get my assistant on the phone and say, like, you have to cancel this flight because I can't do it. And I would go on a train. That would happen. I'm not kidding you.
And how long was the train ride?
Oh, I got there like in the middle of, like in the morning, like the early morning hours. That's all I remember.
Did you do any celebration of your birthday, or did you get to New York and just go to sleep?
No, I took a bath and then I went to sleep.
What are you thinking, Helena?
This seems true to me. My only problem is also he says he took a bath, but then he also said he got there in the morning. So what are these morning baths?
Yeah.
Wait.
What is this morning bath?
Wait, you've never heard of a morning bath?
A morning bath
He had
is
been on a
like
train all
you're
night.
morning. You're like, and then you're done. It's
Nagin, what do you say?
I mean, my gut tells me that it's a lie.
Oh.
There's so many things that don't add up.
You have a split decision here.
You like when she says lie, you say, ooh, yeah, daddy's gonna get a point.
Are you a daddy?
I'm more of a cub or a bear or something.
You're a perfectly shaped top.
I'm not a daddy or a zaddy.
I feel I am a daddy and a zaddy, and I feel you as a cub.
A cub, that's what I was looking for, cub.
We feel that the cub has dipped their hand in the...
I don't know, I think it's true.
In the jar of truth, we feel it's true.
Isaac, they say it's true. Would you tell us, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. Isaac Mizrahi miss his own party? Never, darling. Who's up next?
We have to move on.
Nomi, please read the card in front of you.
Okay. I have a slice of Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick's anniversary cake in my freezer.
What anniversary was it?
Their 25th anniversary.
And how do you know Kira and Kevin? Because I do too.
Lie.
It's true that that's a lie, but
Name dropper.
So how did you get invited to their anniversary party?
I wasn't invited to their anniversary party. I used to know a woman who assisted Kira.
And she was the bringer of the cake.
She was the bringer of the cake.
The assistant
so this
brought
woman...
a cake and gave it specifically to you.
At this point, it's badgering. Okay, move on. She said what it was. All right?
We have to stick up for our teammate.
Protest or something?
I'm
like,
trying
seriously.
to understand the logistics of what
okay,
happened.
I'll explain. So they had an anniversary party.
Yeah.
Like a ton of cake was left, I guess. They were like, do you want to take some home? And then she did, but she didn't go home right away. She came to my place. And I was like, oh my God, this cake looks really good because I never say no to cake.
Except it's been in your freezer for a while.
So you've
You're
said
right.
no to cake.
Well, I didn't say, well,
Everyone knows that about
I mean,
Nomi.
everybody knows.
I know
yeah.
that about Nomi.
So she
Isaac,
was like,
you're
oh.
making this story more of a lie.
Why was she coming to your place?
What, you think I don't have any friends?
You're looking at an anniversary party. It was probably over at like 11 p.m.
It wasn't 11. It was 10. Like, the party, I guess, was on the earlier side.
Wow.
Is it still in their freezer?
It's still in the freezer.
When people come over, are you like, I have Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon's,
It's kind of
do you
a
want to
thing.
see it?
Sometimes I want to save really special foods to the, like, not to waste them.
I love that this is like such a vulnerable thing, but it's like, no, that's why they invented freezers.
How long ago was this?
It's been years.
How's
Yeah.
it look now?
It looks fine. It's held up.
What do you keep it in?
Just like a Tupperware thing.
God, I'm starving right now.
I know.
All right, what do you guys think? Helena.
Oh, I don't know. The friend at 10 is really throwing me.
The friend at 10.
The friend
like,
at 10.
is
If you're
party.
meeting out, you see somebody post 10,
Yeah,
but friends
yeah.
post 10, not at home.
No.
New York writes its own rules. I'm just going to
It's
say
true.
that.
I think
Nagin, what do you say?
I'm
my
getting
God.
a call at 10, and someone's like, can I come over? I'm like, you could come over tomorrow. It's 10.
But
you know
it's
what I mean?
free
Like,
cake.
we're adults, and I'm not out here opening my door.
No, I
You
get
guys,
that. That's
this-
fair.
What? God, I think it's a lie.
3 years for
Great
you
impression.
to take that real estate in the freezer. We believe it is a lie.
Okay.
It's a lie, they say. Nomi, could you please reveal? Is
Okay,
it true?
I'm gonna
Or is
reveal.
it a lie?
Okay, I'm gonna reveal that this is a lie.
Yes, yes,
So, at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Matt's team is in the lead. It is time for Here's the Thing, where we bring out a thing and each player on Matt's team will lay claim to it. Then it'll be up to Sabrina's team to figure out who is the true owner. Let's take a look at this week's thing. Okay, Isaac, tell me what I'm looking at.
This is a thing I painted to help me get over my fear of opossums.
Okay, Matt.
This is a thing that a friend of mine gave me when I was going through a bit of a possum phase.
Nomi?
This thing was painted by a friend of mine, and it's a portrait of a possum who kept invading my home.
Sabrina,
I
where do you
guess
want to begin?
I'd like to start with this possum invasion. Did you give the possum a name?
Yes. The name of the possum was Biden.
Sorry, as in the president.
As in the
Biden.
president of the United States.
Was he the vice president at the time of the naming?
No. This was 2020.
So you were doing a pandemic and a possum invasion at the same time.
Yes.
What am I seeing behind the possum?
My friend who painted this clocks are a theme in her work.
And let's give credit to the artist named...
It's an artist named Izzy Wood.
Did you ask her to paint a picture of the possum?
No.
She just did it of her own accord.
Yes.
She sounds obsessed with you, too.
Do you live in an apartment?
No, I live in a house.
In Brooklyn.
Homeowners.
Matt, what does a possum phase
Possum
mean?
phase.
I was into them. I lived in Chicago, and I started seeing them and noticing them in the alleyways and apartment buildings, and they're really large. And I was like, how the hell are these creatures living side by us? So I became curious about them.
Huh. I'm curious about this possum phase that you went through.
Yes.
Did you collect other paintings of possums?
No, I had books and stuff that I was learning about them, but this was a gift from my friend Jim. And his wife was the painter. She was in advertising and she painted it.
Speaking of wives, I've seen pictures of your wife. She seems too cool to have let you hold on to this for so long.
Not true.
All right, Isaac, you painted that.
I painted that possum to get over my fear of possums.
Why do you have a fear of possums?
I don't know if you know this, but I used to have a talk show for 10 years and had a lot of different guests. And there was this guy who handled, creatures. Like, they bring on a crocodile if you were Jay Leno. If you were me, they brought on a possum. This guy, Jack something, he brought this opossum, and I just was kidding. And I was like, oh, so cute. And the thing bit
Yeah, they do
me.
bite. Weirdly, I too have been bit by a possum.
Was that during your possum phase?
No, this was recent.
Really?
They bite. My therapist, he thought that one really good way for me to get past it is to paint a really crazy-looking possum.
Did you get over your fear of possums by painting the
maybe.
possum?
I don't really think about them as much.
Team, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I'm bad at this. They all seem true to me.
Can we discount Nomi? That sounds crazy.
I have a Brooklyn artist friend, much like Nomi, who had her cat very realistically painted in a Renaissance costume. That your friend would paint you a possum portrait after you named it Biden is the most Brooklyn story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, why would you name a thing you hate Biden?
No, again, she's a writer for The New Yorker. It's very ironic that she would name them.
And we've also been fooled by Isaac before.
I know. Isaac is a spinstery liar.
I mean, I want to say that Matt had the most casual demeanor. It
But
didn't
he
seem
is
he was
so
nervous.
deceitful.
Okay, Sabrina, is this thing Isaac's
Nomi?
furry phobia,
Okay.
Matt's opossum obsession, or Nomi's visiting varmint?
Well, you know what? They all sound kind of nuts, but we believe that Nomi's got the relationship to the painting.
They're saying it is Nomi. Would the person who this thing belongs to please reveal themselves?
It's me.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! I knew it!
Okay, now it's my favorite part of the game called My Turn, where I will read a statement and you all will have to decide whether I'm telling the truth or I'm lying. I had the same breakfast every day for 10 years.
What was the breakfast?
I knew you were gonna ask that. 2 egg whites scrambled, turkey bacon, whole wheat toast, hash browns, and a cup of coffee.
And you have access to all those ingredients every single day for 10 years?
At home.
No, I didn't say it was at home.
Every day, including the weekends, at a diner, I imagine.
Every day, including the weekends, at a diner.
If you were at home, how did you prepare the hash browns?
I didn't cook at home. I would always eat at a diner.
So for 10 years, no
you
breakfast at
ate
home.
out, you went out to eat?
Every morning, yeah.
For 10 years straight.
You could have had a yacht by now.
That isn't good.
When did this stop?
It would have been in the early 2000s.
What was the diner called that you ate at most?
It was the Empire Diner on Broadway and 72nd Street.
There is so
No,
no
there's no
Empire
diner on
There
72nd
is
and
no
Broadway.
diner.
There's a papaya
There has
dog,
never
there's
been
a
an
Trader
Empire
Joe's.
diner.
There's no
on 72nd.
Empire
That is such a...
There's a diner on the north side.
Asif, isn't that just so sad?
Feel free to judge me, but I enjoyed the breakfast.
Are you married now?
I am married now.
Were you married at the time?
No.
It feels like a single activity to eat
It was
that
a single
same
guy
day.
kind of thing, yeah.
And did you ever hook up with anyone and take them to the diner and eat?
Many times.
Many times. Congratulations.
And
Thank you very much. If there was a young lady, I would say, hey, let's go grab breakfast at my favorite diner.
The Empire on 72nd
On
Street.
72nd and Broadway.
No, well, there is an Empire Diner on 10th Avenue and like 21st Street.
But that Empire Diner is fancy now.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was always rather
Look at
fancy.
you guys going all New York.
The way it started was I would go in and have this breakfast every morning, and the guys at the diner started to get to know me.
What are their names?
George.
All of them. George.
For the first year or so, I would go in and order this, and then the guy, George, was so happy that he knew what I wanted that it got to the point that even if I wanted to order something else, I felt bad ordering something else because he would already have made my breakfast. So he would go, ah, my friend, and then he would just make the food.
You are saying that you ate the same breakfast every day for 10 years because you didn't want to hurt some guy's feelings.
Partly.
Even when you're traveling.
Right, exactly.
It started off as something that I ordered, then George started preparing it for me, and then I became accustomed to it, and then I fell into the habit of eating that. And then that just became my routine. What say you?
I say that he's a really good host, but a really bad liar. That's what I say.
You're not feeling it.
I'm not feeling
Too many
this.
holes.
I'm sorry.
My head is telling me it's a lie.
So we as a team are going to say, you are a liar.
They say it's a lie. Sabrina, what do you say?
It's so simple. That's the part of it that
It's so
also
simple
is really...
and so dumb and so
It's so
straight
dumb.
and like, I
And
don't
he
know.
could be that weird, like looking at him.
Yeah, as the
Where
woman
are
with the
we?
broadest shoulders on this team, I have to corral you guys into the truth, which is that this is a full lie.
You say it's a lie. You say it's a lie.
We say it's a lie.
It is, in fact, true. And the winner of this week's game is Sabrina's team. See you next time on Would I Lie to You?
Can you do the mime thing again? Because that was the most convincing part.
That's object
right?
work, though.
Right.
And so this is what you look like
She
when
knows
you're...
the terminology.
Object work.
Yeah, and you're looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
These memories.
Silently.
Yeah, silently.
It's a classic Marcel Marceau routine. #1 most popular TV show. And if you're trying to figure out whether that's true or a big fat lie, you're already playing the game. As always, our team captains are the stupendous Sabrina Jalees and the unflappable Mr. Matt Walsh. On Matt's team tonight, she's the creator and star of Difficult People, and so she'll fit right in here with this tough bunch. It's Julie Klausner. And as a U.S. attorney, he brought down terrorists and insider traders, but can he bring down celebrities doing funny make-em-ups? It's Preet Bharara. And on Sabrina's team, she's a great stand-up you've seen on Comedy Central and Two Dope Queens. She's funny, she's sharp. In fact, she's Shalewa sharp. And finally, she's a stand-up comedian whose talents have appeared on Conan, Fallon, and even in the laundromat, so she knows how to work clean. Please welcome Rachel Feinstein. It is time for round one, Truth Be Told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. It could be a lie, it could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And we will begin with Rachel. please read the card in front of you.
I inherited a cockatoo who constantly says, "What you doing?" And I became more organized.
Did the cockatoo say it like that? Like, what you doing? Was it like a cockatoo from the Bronx?
He had kind of like a Jersey quality about him.
Okay.
You inherited?
From who?
Yes, for my brother, actually.
Did he, I'm sorry, did he move on?
Yes, he did move on from him. He was moving, actually.
That's all right. Because
he thought he died.
I didn't know how to delicately ask the question.
How long did you have the bird?
I don't know the exact amount, but I think it might have been like, 3.5 years or so.
How does one thing relate to the other? Like, does the first part of the sentence imply that the cockatoo is why you got more organized?
I found him helpful. Yeah. I mean, I'm like teeming with ADD. Like, I lose a debit card every week. I'm just shedding debit cards. Like, it helped me just kind of stop and be like,
Was it a judgy what you doing? Like,
I wouldn't say that it was judgmental. It was just kind of like, what you doing?
Okay, and why did that make you organize your life?
Well, see, I kind of live in a haze, clearly. It kind of caused me to stop and pause whatever I was doing, and sometimes it would be a very slovenly activity. Sometimes I'd just be laying on my stomach and sort of stuffing cake in my face, and I should have left 5 minutes ago.
Wait. You're laying on your stomach,
You're laying on your
stuffing cake in your face.
Yes.
Rachel,
Wait, how does that work?
Can you please show us how you eat cake?
Okay. Sometimes I lay on my bed. I'm not proud of this, and this is not going to arouse anyone in the audience. But sometimes I lay in my bed and I have like a Hostess cupcake or a snack near me, and then I'm just kind of.
Oh, there's a tilt.
Yes, it's sort of like a tilt, and then I lower the food into my face.
And at that point, you hear, "What you doing?"
Did this cockatoo say anything else?
Yes, he would go, "Oh wow." Sometimes I'd be getting dressed, and he'd be like, "Oh wow," and I was kind of feeling myself.
Were you living with someone when you inherited the bird?
No, why would I be like laying on my stomach caking like that? It was just.
Caking!
How many times a day would the cockatoo say the famous line, "What you doing?"
Enough to make you really sick of hearing it.
But how many times is that? More than
He said
10?
it about once an hour, which, sometimes could be annoying, but I often found it helpful as well.
Okay, it's time to make a decision. Julie, what do you think?
There's absolutely no way this is true.
I'm on the same page. I mean,
Why?
for a lot of reasons.
Well, this is where you get to list them.
The stomach eating.
I
because
stomach ate this very morning, I'll have you know.
Okay, we'll find out in a moment. But you and then it seems weird to me that you would say that one phrase once an hour.
It's a big commitment to take care of a bird, and I don't see you doing that. So we believe this cockatoo tale is a lie.
Okay, Rachel, they say it's a load of cockatoo. Please tell us, is it true or is it a lie?
It is very much a lie.
It's a lie!
Good job.
Rachel used to have a bird, but she lost it because she's totally disorganized. Okay, next up is Shalewa. Please read the card in front of you.
I paid for a tattoo with porn.
Okay.
What was the delivery mechanism for the porn to the tattoo artist?
I walked it over to him.
It meaning like a cassette, magazines.
It was VHS.
Tell us something else you bartered with porn, just off the top of your head.
Brakes.
Brakes on a car?
Yes.
For like a cassette?
No, that one was definitely a DVD.
What was the tattoo that you wanted?
Oh,
We just want to talk about porn. Why are you going
sorry.
to that?
Okay, yeah.
I wanted like a little cartoon penguin that was on the wallet I was using at the time.
Can you show it to us?
I can. It's up there. Is this it? This is all, yeah.
It looks like there's more than one.
First I thought you ripped the guy off, and now I think you got ripped
Yeah.
off. Yeah. You run that risk
Right.
when you are paying with porn.
I'm gonna say it does not look like a penguin. It looks like there's 3 of them.
Yes, that was the design on the wallet.
Did you leave the house with the video with intent to trade it?
When I woke up that morning, it was not my plan. Okay. I kind of already had it in my car.
Have you been driving around with it?
I worked at a porn store.
Oh, okay.
It's a new fact.
That's right.
How long did you work at the porn store? I was gonna call it a shop. Did you call it a shop?
Oh, no, it was large. It was a store.
How long did you work there?
For a while.
Was it your worst job or did you have worse?
No, it was not my worst job at all. I've cleaned houses, yeah.
Probably find lots of porn that way, too.
It's always in the same place. It is always in the nightstand, second drawer down.
What do you think?
There's authenticity, like as a vibe.
Right.
But there's one thing I don't believe, which is that she said a penguin and then there were 3 penguins.
Right.
That's the part you don't believe?
Yeah. That's the thing that's tripping me up.
Great.
I agree with the authenticity. Some parts of it are definitely true. I just think a guy doesn't give you a tattoo for porn. I don't know.
You don't think
I'm
that
unfamiliar
works?
with both things, so I'm having a hard time of it. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, you've been at the White House too long where people negotiate for real sex.
That makes a lot more sense to me.
Matt, what do you say?
Our legal team here believes there are too many flaws in this story, so we are gonna say it's a lie.
All right. Shalewa, they say it's a lie. Would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is true. Yes!
It is true! Shalewa used some kink to get inked. All right, next player is Julie. Please read your card.
I was fired mid-show while working as a magician's assistant.
All right, Sabrina's team.
Right off the bat, what is the act that got you fired?
He was doing a ring act.
And what were you not doing?
What was I not doing?
What went awry?
Me not, like, responding to his texts fast enough and sleeping through a couple of, like, meetings, just being a really lousy assistant.
Were you supposed to be the assistant on stage, or were you like an admin assistant?
No, I was just his, like, administrative assistant.
So this is a famous magician.
He worked. I mean, I don't know if you'd call him famous. Like, he's not like a household name.
Just seems like a very jarring fast firing. Like, what exactly would happen mid-magician's act, besides you being generally, like, lousy?
So he took a break in between the show, and in between, he told me, things are not working out, and I really want to have somebody that's on top of it.
So there was something about the rings act that gave him a moment of clarity to realize, you know what? It is not working out with Julie.
Yeah.
What was his name?
David.
What was his magician name?
The Amazing David.
Was it one of your jobs to come up with a better name for him?
No, unfortunately, it was not.
How did you get the job?
Craigslist.
The Amazing Craig.
The Amazing Craigslist, yeah.
You saw an ad that said the amazing David is looking for a personal assistant.
I saw entertainment assistant, flexible hours, and I took it from there.
What was his biggest credit?
He didn't really blow up the world.
Was he supposed to blow up the world?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insinuate he was a Batman villain.
Okay.
Set the world on fire. That's the expression.
All right, I think it's time to make a decision. Shalewa, what do you think?
I feel like... No.
No what?
No what?
No,
That's really not one of the
I don't think it's true.
Just think that the name Amazing David is problematic at best. Yeah, there's just a sadness to the whole story.
Let's say, as a team, let's do this.
Gonna hold hands?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always wanted to do that.
What do you say?
We believe it's a lie.
Ah, they say it's a lie. Julie, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is A lie.
Yes! Julie's story was all smoke and mirrors. So, at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Sabrina's team is in the lead. Our next round is called This Is, where we bring on a special guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each member of Sabrina's team will claim they're the one with the actual connection to the guest. It'll be up to Matt's team to spot who is telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Giselle. Rachel, who is Giselle to you?
This is Giselle, and she offered up her lemon chicken recipe to save my future marriage.
And Sabrina, can you tell us your relationship to Giselle?
This is Giselle, and she tipped me off to the secret location of a hidden whiskey bottle on a hike.
And Shalewa, who is Giselle to you?
This is Giselle. I sometimes watch her stand at the flea market so she can take a break.
Okay. Matt, where do you want to begin?
Let's go with the flea market. I see you all the time, Sabrina. I'm more excited about the guests. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll nap.
What was the stand you were watching?
Giselle makes earrings.
Were you someone like patronizing?
I worked at a record store that was also set up in that flea market.
So you guys were like neighbors at the...
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda. So, you know, you walk around the flea market and just kind of talk other people up.
Did she ever watch your booth?
No, because the record store booth had the record store dude, and he would never let anyone else watch it. The way that I was even able to get free was because record store dudes only talk to other record store dudes.
Well, that is true.
I could get away and let them talk about whatever band.
Let's move on to Sabrina.
Where's the hiking trail?
It's in Phoenicia, which is upstate New York, Matt.
What kind of person are you that you can't go on a hike without having a spot of whiskey?
A cool person.
Did they run it like an Airbnb kind of situation?
They do Airbnb it, yeah.
Okay.
But they gave it to us. Pro bono is the term.
Hey, that's what you know.
I forgot I was going to ask you now. I'm all befuddled.
And what about Rachel?
How did the two of you meet?
I'm sorry, me and my husband?
No, you and Giselle.
My husband was proposing to me, and she was there during the proposal.
She was there during the proposal?
Yes. We were in like a crowded restaurant, and she was there and offered her lemon chicken recipe in case we...
What? She saw the proposal and realized this is never gonna work out. I better give this woman my lemon chicken recipe to make sure this marriage lasts.
How did she convey the recipe to you?
She emailed the recipe to me.
At the moment of your proposal, you exchanged email addresses?
She emailed it later on.
But for her to email it to you, you had to give her your email address, right?
Well, she messaged me on Facebook first, and then I followed up with her, and then she emailed me the lemon chicken recipe to save it.
So the lemon chicken didn't come up the night of the proposal.
Oh, no, it did. But then we connected on Facebook, and then she emailed me the lemon chicken recipe.
emails?
No, we did, but we also connected on Facebook as well. We chatted for a while.
What is not clear to you people? Listen up.
Who was Giselle with that night?
I think it was her husband.
But she was not alone.
No, she was not alone. And then we kind of joined tables with a couple tables around us. Like, we just started chatting with everybody because everybody had a lot of questions about the proposal.
Okay, it's time to make a decision. Matt, what do you say?
Let's start with Shalewa.
Her connection to the record store, flea market community, it seems convincing to me.
Right. Whiskey.
I found it very credible.
Credible.
Yeah.
And what about Rachel?
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place.
Just the way the chicken got brought up, but it didn't happen until the Facebook messaging happened. It was like a dating app. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to send it. Let's talk on Facebook. Okay, now we're chicken close. Let's do this. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we know for sure it's not Rachel's, right? Sabrina's might be the true one. Do you guys go with me on that?
What do you guys say?
I'm with you.
Is it stronger than Shalewa's? They're both
I
possible.
think they're both equally possible, yeah.
All right. So we're going to say that Sabrina has a relationship to Giselle.
Okay, they say Sabrina is the relationship. Giselle, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Giselle, and
I saved Rachel's marriage with my lemon chicken recipe.
It's true! Giselle served up couples therapy in the form of an entree. And now it's time for Follow the Leader, where we hear from our team captains. Matt, it's your turn to read your card exactly as written.
I had a job handing out mints while dressed as an elf.
Okay, Sabrina.
How tall are you?
Currently 6 foot.
Doesn't that eliminate you from the job of elf?
I mean, Will Ferrell played an elf. He's big.
Yeah, but that was the joke.
Where was this job? Where was this job, Matt?
It was in Chicago.
And how long did you do the job again?
I think there was like 3 events that we did. One was like reading books to kids, and that was really terrible.
Why was it terrible to read books?
Because it's not the right costume. I kept having to cross my legs, and like these are
What were you wearing underneath the tights?
Just boxers.
You wore boxers under tights?
She's horrified.
What?
Why would you wear boxers?
What am I supposed to wear? That's what I wear.
Tidy whities.
But then they're still gonna show through.
Not like a pair of shorts under tights.
Yeah, why would you wear shorts under, like, pantyhose?
This
which
is the
basically
most
what you had
disturbing
on.
part of the story.
Because nobody prepped me on anything. I got roped into it by my friend Laura. And she's like, you want to make, $100? What do we got to do? Put on elf costumes, hand out chocolate. I'm like, I'll do it. And then next thing you know, we're in front of kids reading a book.
Right. And
I'm
looking
wearing
up
what
at
I'm
you, and they're
wearing.
looking up at your boxers.
I was wearing tights. It was holiday appropriate. There was like photographer taking a picture here and there.
Right.
But I wasn't the only elf.
Okay.
There was other elves.
You were taller than the other elves?
I think I was taller than them, yes.
So you were at least able to hide your mistakes behind them in the picture?
Were the kids like, Mommy, all I want for Christmas is for Matt Walsh to cover up? What do you think, Shalewa?
He's in the entertainment business. He absolutely did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think, yeah?
I think so.
What about you, Rachel?
You grabbed the name Laura. Like, I believed in that Laura, whoever she is.
You do, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My tendency
Laura's
is to
always
believe.
have
He's
jobs
very,
like
look
that.
at him, his face, he's a cute guy, you want to believe him.
Thank you for calling me cute.
See, he got to you too. I never said he was cute. I just believed that he would work for $100 in a pair of tights. That I believe. I want to say it's true.
All right. We believe it's true.
They say it is true. Matt, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is true. You listen to Shalewa.
I did, I'm growing.
That sound means it's the end of the show, and the winner of this week's game is Sabrina's team. See you next time.
How big was your girlfriend?
Smaller than me, if you could believe it.
Stand up and show me where she came to you on your body.
Excuse me, Matt, that's very personal.
Height-wise. Demonstrate her height.
I'm about this tall.
Where did she come to you on?
We've got insurance on the show.
We fudge the truth and sprinkle it with lies. I'm hungry now. Okay, as always, our team captains are the entertaining Sabrina Jalees and the enchanting Matt Walsh. On Sabrina's team tonight, he was a comedic pioneer with his sketch group, The State. But now the whole country loves him. It's the great Michael Ian Black. And he was a Tony nominee for In the Heights, but he's reaching brand new heights by appearing on our show. Please welcome Robin DeJesus. And on Matt's team tonight, you've seen him on The First Wives Club, Girls, and I Just Want My Pants Back. Is that his resume or a great Saturday night? Please welcome Jordan Carlos. And finally, comedy favorite for 2 decades, but can he keep it going for the next 30 minutes? It's the great Christian Finnegan. Okay, it is time for round one. Truth be told, where our panelists read a statement from a card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. Could be a lie, it could be true. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Okay, let's get started. Robin, come on, Robin. Please read your card.
In the 3rd grade, I was in the local paper for getting stuck in a barrel.
In the 3rd grade, were you living in the 1800s?
It was my neighbor's.
Your neighbor's barrel. It was
the
barrel.
neighbor's barrel.
Oh, what was the barrel for?
They used to have it out on their porch. They would put like a panel or something over it, and it was where they play dominoes.
How long were you in the barrel before somebody said, we should alert the media?
A little over an hour.
Did they call the fire department?
They called 911, who then called the fire department.
They called 911 to get you out of a barrel?
It's that serious.
Could you actually come out here and just show us exactly
So
how you were stuck in this barrel?
So basically, like, the setup was, I went to the neighbor's house. I was trying to scare her grandchild. And so I went in the barrel, and I see the kid coming.
Was the domino top on the barrel?
No. It wasn't.
Okay.
It's the truth. So I look at the barrel. I look at the barrel.
Well, you never said it was the truth.
The kid's like, man, yeah. And so Andy's coming, and I wanted to get in the barrel. So I just, like, scoot down, and I go, boo. And when I went boo, I couldn't come out.
What was stuck?
It was the knee. The knee got stuck. It was like somehow I crossed my legs.
Come on.
And so then it just wouldn't come out.
That was tremendous. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you a question. In the 3rd grade, you were big enough to fill out a barrel with your knees?
You see this judgment? It was a lean barrel.
It was a lean
It was lean.
What are some of the things people did to try to get you out before they finally called 911?
Crisco oil.
Who put the Crisco on you?
The neighbor, the grandmother.
The grandmother put the Crisco
Teresa.
on you. So Teresa. We'll call her Teresa. So then after the Crisco trial, was there another trial, like tipping the barrel over, anything else?
No.
They never tried to
They never
pull
tried
you
pulling
out?
you out?
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't even think about that because that's so obvious. Yeah. They tried pulling me out, but then the firemen pulled out a saw. And also, mind you, I'm like in the 3rd grade, so firemen are like hot. You know what I mean? So that was an experience that I enjoyed. It was pleasant.
You're like back in the barrel next week, like,
Yo, barrel's the new Tinder.
Was it one of those? Now, just the last question. When did the media get the story?
I don't know exactly, but the story came out the next day.
Was it exciting when they won the Pulitzer?
Do you remember the title of the news item?
Dumb get stuck in barrel?
All right, I think it's time to make a decision. Jordan, what do you say?
I don't even know if we have to talk, but...
I mean, I love his conviction. I just didn't buy the plie thing you were doing in the barrel.
I thought it was brilliant.
Nah, I'm sorry, I'm out.
So you don't like my choreography?
You don't have to say I'm out. This isn't Shark Tank.
Yeah, so you think it's a lie?
I think it's a lie.
I think at a certain point the story got so weird and so silly that it almost felt like he was trying to make it feel like a lie. So purely on psychological basis, I think it's true.
I like that. Okay.
Wow.
I can be convinced.
He's telling the truth.
But the details are false.
Yes, there is that. There is that.
Like when you extend your body, you get narrower. He's saying he didn't get stuck until he extended up to say boo. Do you remember that part? Like, I hear you. Like there is that fear. I'm gonna say we think it's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie. Is it true or is it a lie?
It is true.
Why didn't you listen to us? Why did you not listen to us? Okay, let's take a look at the article. I have it right here. Okay, next up is Michael. You're up. Please read the card in front of you.
Before any important meeting or event, I make sure to iron my underpants.
Define important.
It's
So
safe to
appearing
say-
on this show
Not important.
Do you steam or starch?
I just have an iron. I don't even know what steam or starch is. I have an iron and an ironing board, and I iron.
What does this do for you when you iron the underpants? What is it?
It's a good luck thing, because the very first job that I booked on NYPD Blue, starring David Caruso.
Feel free to share your resume at any point.
Okay, great. I was 18 years old, and I was so nervous, and so I ironed all of my clothes, including my underwear. And then, because I got it, ever since then, when a big thing is on the brink, I will iron my underwear.
I think you're making my teammate upset, to be honest.
Because you're making me feel like I'm weird.
Yeah, and you're not weird.
You're entitled to iron whatever you want.
How do you iron boxer briefs? Because you got the little,
How do you, what do you wear?
There's a cotton setting. I wear the springy boxer briefs, I guess you call them.
Yeah, but you iron springy, like boxer brief, like...
Not every day, only when it's an important thing.
Can I ask, you guys all, when you said springy, all the guys were like, springy, yeah, springy's, what is springy?
Good question.
The material itself is kind of springy.
So did you...
What's happening right now?
I don't know. Wait. I've never done this with all boys, and I want to take advantage and learn.
Okay.
So did you start off with briefs and then transition to boxers and then make it to boxer briefs as, the evolutionary scale?
I started my underwear journey with tighty whities. When I got to college, I went to boxers, and then by the time I was out of college, because I dropped out, I was in boxer briefs.
I don't think those existed in 1990.
They did not
Of course
exist.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did.
Maybe in Europe, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Do many people know of this idiosyncrasy of yours?
My immediate family knows.
Why does your immediate family know?
Because they see me ironing my underwear, and they're like, what are you doing?
What are you wearing when you're ironing your underwear?
Other underwear. I mean, why is this hard?
So you have two sets.
I have two pairs of underwear. Yes, Aasif. I'm that rich.
All right. What do you think?
I can't, in good conscience, believe him because the timeline. He said that he was wearing boxer briefs. We all know those came into play in the early 2000s.
Oh my God, you could not be more wrong. You could not be more wrong.
I could be.
Because I remember
He's
when boxer
protesting
briefs
to me.
came out.
Got another shaggy dog.
And this is right around the same time that I had auditioned for NYPD Blue.
You just totally swung our team. How about you? What are you feeling?
I think it's the anger that makes me not trust you.
Yeah,
it's that you are trying to guilt us into saying
But
it's
you
the
know
truth.
me well enough to know I'm always angry.
No, I think with Jordan, I think the timeline doesn't work. I think you're being a.
Yeah. We say it's a lie.
Michael, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. Michael hasn't had a professional meeting in years. Okay, next up is Jordan.
Oh, okay.
You're up. Please read the card in front of you.
I write all my birthday and anniversary cards for the whole upcoming year during Christmas break.
Are you married?
Very much so, yeah.
Your anniversary card and your partner's...
I mean, not my anniversary card, but...
Well, you just said all
You
your
just said
cards.
it. Can you read it
all
back,
my
actually?
You guys are...
Read it back.
Okay. That's true.
Just read it. Just read
I think
it.
we shut
Read it
this thing
again.
down
my
right
birthday and
now.
anniversary cards.
I think we
for the whole
shut
upcoming
it
year.
down now.
But not my anniversary. Not
Other
my
people's anniversaries.
My parents' anniversary, which is August 20th. Do not forget that.
Is your wife not watching you write all those cards, being like, bitch, write me a card?
We write them, together.
So she does this too?
Yeah.
This is getting more and more far-fetched.
But what happens when something major happens that you then want to include in a card? Like, are you allowed to insert something later on in the year into the card?
I mean, obviously, I would be able to do that, but I've never done that before.
What happens if you make a new friend throughout the year? Do they then have to wait for the next cycle?
This is so weird. I just write cards at the end of the year for the next year. No one does this?
You're right about one thing. This is so weird.
Yeah.
Do you also seal the envelopes, address them, and stamp them during this time?
No, I've never done that before. But definitely, just make the card, have the envelopes. Papyrus is real. It's the best.
Papyrus is real.
You know what? You eat one edible before a show, and everybody just... So, thank you.
No, thank you for eating the edible.
Sabrina, your team has to make a decision. Michael, what do you think?
I don't believe it for a second.
Why don't you believe it?
Because nobody would do that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And if it is true, it should be fake. You should stop doing it if it is true.
Don't take it
It's
personal.
ridiculous.
I feel like I have a hard time believing
It
that.
is a kind of a thoughtful way to not have to think about your friends.
Yeah, because he's doing it like it's a burden, but if he was so passionate that he did it every year, he would be enjoying writing the letter. So
Right.
I agree with my dudes. We believe it's a lie.
All right, they say it's a lie. Jordan, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
It is.
A lie.
It's a lie. Jordan doesn't send cards, otherwise I would have gotten one, right? So at the end of our Truth Be Told round, Sabrina's team is in the lead. And our next round is called This Is, where we bring on a special guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each member of Matt's team will claim they're the one with the actual connection to the guest. It'll be up to Sabrina's team to spot who is telling the truth. Please welcome this week's special guest, Justin. Okay, Christian, who is Justin to you?
This is Justin. He helped me hack into the computers of an employer who unjustly fired me.
Okay, Matt, tell us your relationship to Justin.
This is Justin, and he organized an intervention to get me to eliminate a bad facial hair choice.
Okay, Jordan, who is Justin to you?
This is Justin, and we crawled through bat poop together.
Okay, Sabrina, where do you want to start?
I want to start with Christian. This seems a little psycho.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, you're revealing now that you hacked into your boss's computer. Why do you feel comfortable talking about that on TV?
Well, it's like 20 years ago, and it was technically a temp job, and they're supposed to give you at least 2 weeks' notice to set you up, and they just completely nixed me, even though they had said in an email that I would have 2 weeks to sort of get my ducks in a row.
Did you not have the email?
I didn't know how to find old company emails back then, so I asked him if he had access to the actual boss's emails, the servers where all that stuff was on, and so he was able to fish it out for me.
What's the company's name?
It was an ad agency called ABO.
How did you return the favor?
Wouldn't you like to know?
exchange?
Matt, what kind of facial hair was it?
I started with a Lincoln beard, and then I shaved it to just a neck beard.
Why?
Because there was a Bears quarterback named Kyle Orton who used to rock a neck beard.
This was an aesthetic choice on your part. It wasn't ironic. It was like, I'm going to do this and it's going to be cool.
I didn't care what people thought of it.
Clearly your friends did, though.
What does it look like?
A neck beard would start here and just get, you know, like Justin has good neck beard. It's like wearing a turtleneck almost.
I mean, most friends would just give you a crazy nickname, like Turtlehead or something.
Yeah.
But these friends actually did an intervention. Just walk us through it.
It was lighthearted, and they convinced me that it was embarrassing to be around my neck beard. Okay.
I want to know about this bat poop.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
what's
let's
the
do
deal
the
with
bat
bat poop?
Justin and I, we walked through that, man.
For what purpose?
we went to this thing together, like it was like a team building kind of thing, and
what team? What company or whatever?
This is the Boy Scouts of America.
What was the exercise?
It was to conquer our fears, to get over our fears.
Bat poop was probably never mentioned, I'm guessing, in the exercise. It wasn't, hey, Justin, hey, Jordan, we need you guys to walk on some bat poop. There was something else involved here.
No, there were others there, and then once you did that, it was like, you know, trust falls and rope courses.
The exercise was not, I need you to walk on bat poop.
Are we learning whether this is true or a lie?
Oh, well, I put it at truth. From the beginning of when he was trying to undersell it as a lie, I put it at true. Because this email situation, I mean, Christian, you went to NYU, you can't log into your AOL?
Email rules were different then.
Michael, what do you say?
I'm with Sabrina. I mean, she's an experienced truth detector. Jordan was very nonchalant when Justin came out. He was like, I don't know this guy. And then the vagary. When you want to be believed, like Christian, you offer up specifics. Sure, that's a real ad agency. That doesn't prove anything.
I don't think we interrogated Matt enough on this. What did Justin do at this intervention?
He kind of led it. My cousin Julie, who was dating Dustin.
Did you say Justin or Dustin?
Justin.
It's Dustin.
Been Dustin the whole time.
You're a badass.
No further questions.
Yeah.
Okay, Sabrina, I will need your decision. Is Justin Christian's hacker helper? Did he help Matt shave the day? Or is he from Jordan's crazy story?
We believe it's Jordan with the relationship to Justin.
Justin, would you please reveal your true identity?
I am Justin, and I explored a bat cave with Jordan.
It's true.
Nice. Yes, Justin is Jordan's Batcave wingman. And now it's time for Follow the Leader, where we hear from our captains. Sabrina, you're up. Please read the card in front of you.
Okay. I was once attacked by a goose who stole my selfie stick.
When was this, year-wise?
This was about 10 years ago.
And you were with your wife?
I'm with my wife, and we were taking a photo.
Was the goose part of the photo, or was it just like, oh my God, out of nowhere, here comes a goose?
Great question. We take the photo.
Okay.
Okay, I take the camera out to look at the photos. Meanwhile, nearby, there's a lady feeding geese, okay? I think you know what happens.
Wait, can you run us through those
I don't think we know what happened.
Yeah, could you
That's why
act that
we
out
need
for us,
you.
please?
Yeah,
I'll be you and you be the goose.
Okay, okay. Okay.
So I'm looking at my scrolly.
Yeah, so you're taking a photo over here. Lady, about 5'2", gray hair. She's feeding the goose.
You're that lady.
And so there's...
What do I get to do?
You come be a goose. Oh, come on over here.
All right, cool.
So you go eat that. You go eat that.
That's so violent.
Did the goose drop it?
Yes, yeah. Stole it, but
All right,
dropped it.
that was wonderful. Thank you.
That was good theater.
That took me back to undergraduate drama class.
So it stole the selfie stick. You went after it to get the selfie stick, and this is when the attack occurred?
Well, the selfie stick was then in the fray with all of the other breadcrumbs. So when I was grabbing it, they were like hopped up.
Was anybody injured?
I wasn't injured, but they did like kind of pull on my sweater. It happened really fast. It wasn't fast enough or dramatic enough to injure me, but it's something that we joke about all the time.
It's time to make a decision here. Christian, what do you think?
I think it's true. I think that it's one of those things where the headline is better than the story. Do you know what I mean?
Boy gets caught in barrel.
Well, all right, Jordan, what do you say?
I like your logic on this. I think I'm with Christian here. I think, yes, there were enough embellishments and enough like trying to make it sound like it was a lie that it may well be true.
All right, Matt, what do you say? You got to make a decision.
I think she enjoyed telling the story, which makes me think like, oh, it's a lie. But I also feel like last time we didn't listen to Christian, we got it wrong.
We?
You and I, yeah.
No, I listened to Christian.
No, we disagreed with him on one. Doesn't matter. So with that being said, we think it's true.
Sabrina, would you please reveal, is it true or is it a lie?
Well, boys, I was being a silly goose. It was a lie.
I believed her. It's a lie. It's a big honking lie. Okay, that sound means it's the end of the show, and the winner of this week's game is Sabrina's team. See you next time on Bye to You.
While on a date, I got locked in a theater bathroom and missed the second act of a Chris Angel show.
You know, like I missed the second act of a Chris Angel show. I'd pay to miss the second act of a Chris Angel show.